Okay. So your exam is going to be next week. And so what you really want to do is look at your scores on Crumple. Thank you. Should be a P. Okay. You want to check on Aries and see if you have any classwork that is less than 75%. If you do, you want to go ahead and redo that. Make sure you resubmit and then email me notifying me to do that. The deadline is the day before the final exam. So your final exam is on Thursday, all my odd classes. And so your last day to submit late work or redos is Wednesday next week. Questions about this? Okay. We should have our cameras on. I have the same people, Caleb, Ion, Drew. Let's get our cameras on. And I should see your faces in your camera, please. Okay. I do want to mention that we pushed the digital notebook due date back a week. This way you're not turning in your notebook the day before the final exam. You may use your notebook to help you through the final exam. I do, however, I'm going to require that I can actually see your screen on GoGuardian as we're doing this. And so your notebook will be due the following week. So your notebook will be due the 28th. Okay. Then today we're going to start our review. Today we're going to actually go over the quiz, and actually let me go to the quiz itself. I'm going to close the quiz for you. And let's see, here we go. Close that. I'm going to show you the scores in just a moment. Hold on. I'm going to allow you to go ahead and view your quiz. And here we go. But I have to adjust the settings real quick. Okay. And what I want you to do when it's open, give me one more moment, is you're going to scroll through the quiz. And I want you to notice areas where you need to focus on. Okay. So I want you to make sure that you, when closed, and then close it. Okay, actually your quiz is ready to go. Okay. Boom, that was the cloned one. Let me scroll. Nope, just kidding. So when you open your quiz, I want you to scroll through, closed, update, boom. Okay, you should be able to go to Go Formative now and open your quiz up. This is the motion quiz. Some of you, it might be called the cloned, motion quiz cloned. That's because you needed to make up the quiz. So open it up, scroll through there and reflect. What is one area that you need to review before final exam? Now let's pretend you got 100%, you got everything correct. Then I want you to think about the new content that we've learned. So everybody should have at least one thing that they're putting in the chat box. What is one area you need to review? And go ahead and put that in the chat box. Okay, I see definitions. Yeah, from any lesson. You can look at your quiz though. Let me open this to everyone, sorry. If you want to keep your comments private, you can, but it's open to everybody. Proper units, that's a common one. Okay, we're not sure about number 3. We're going to go over them quickly. Formulas, definitions, units, yep, common things. Formulas, definitions. Okay, velocity. Okay, yep, we're gonna practice. Okay, solving D and T. Today we're gonna focus on Newton's laws. On Monday, we are going to practice solving for speed, distance, time. And we're also going to practice interpreting graphs. So that's going to happen Monday. So again, we have 2 days to review before your final exam. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to show you students' responses without their name. And I'm going to explain to you, some of you see different colors on your actual answers, okay? So we're going over the quiz now, okay? And let me explain what these colors mean. So red means you got no credit. A yellow, kind of see the yellow down here, means you got like half credit. So it's like a color scale. Green means you got full credit, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you why something would be red, yellow, or green. And that way you can, so if I were you, if I was a student in my class right now, knowing I had a test come up, I would be taking down notes, especially on the problems that I didn't get full credit on, okay? Now, as we're going through this, if you find out that there was a problem that I made an error, I'm a human being, I make mistakes, so maybe I accidentally didn't give you full credit and I should have, then write that down. And what you're going to end up doing after we go through the whole quiz, email me. You're going to email me, you're going to say quiz corrections in the subject, and then you're just going to tell me what problems you need me to go back and look at, okay? So I need to know what problem, and I need to know it's the quiz, the motion quiz, okay? So thank you for answering that, okay? So number 1 is asking you to define motion. Now, it's not simply being moved or moving. No, you're not gonna get full credit for that, okay? You're not gonna get any credit for that. Here, the student got partial credit because they mentioned changing places. Okay, but to get full credit, we need to mention with respect to time, okay? So the action of an object moving with respect to time. So this would give you full credit. If you're just saying it's movement or changing places, you got half credit. And if all you said is it's moving or being moved, like moving, I didn't give you any credit for that, okay? So change an object's position over time. Audio keeps cutting, okay? So I do notice that our internet is very spotty today, so we will do our best, okay? Please feel free to stop me if I am going too fast or if you have questions, okay? The easiest way to get my attention is to click raise hand, and because I can see it on this computer I'm looking at. Number 2, define velocity. A lot of you got full credit on this. Again, it's speed with direction. We have to have both for full credit for that one, okay? The third one, acceleration. Now, to get full credit for acceleration, you could say a change in velocity over time, or if you broke it down, it's increasing speed, decreasing speed, or a change in direction over time. So you got partial credit if you mention speed decreasing or increasing. That's partially right, but then you left off direction and time. So that's why you didn't get full credit for that, okay? Number 4, they're asking us to define speed, okay? The rate at which something is able to move with respect to time. No, it's not, it's moving, it's changing position, or we have a change in distance over time. Okay, so again, this goes back to the definition of motion, and it should be the rate of the change in distance or the rate of change in position over time. Okay. Number 5, we were given time and speed. The most common error are missing units or having incorrect units on here. Okay. Number 6, the unknown in the equation. To get full credit, you had to identify distance, and the equation is speed times time. If you gave me one or the other, like this student identified the correct unknown, but the equation is not, then they got half credit. Okay, so you had to have both the correct equation and the correct unknown. Now, we are going to practice these problems again on Monday. So I know a lot of you have been asking me, can we practice this more? We will on Monday, okay? Number 7, we needed to substitute in here with units. So we have to have the correct units. The correct answer is going to be in kilometers. Notice this student didn't fill in, substitute it all the way. And in fact, they divided, but then the final units are not correct. If they would have gave me the correct units, full answer, they would have got half credit for that one there, okay? Velocity, look at only 6 of you got this correct. Remember velocity. Velocity is speed with direction. So these students gave me the speed, 15 kilometers per hour, and the direction. Some of you gave me 18.75, and then you just changed the units. No, remember 18.75 is distance, not the speed. So that was kind of a trick question from me. You needed to give me the speed and direction for number 8. Okay, number 8. Here, I'll expand this up. Is that better? Okay. Then we have number 9. The given values again were distance and time. If you gave me the correct units, you got full credit. Notice the student right here did not include units, so they got half credit, okay? Then again, the unknown is speed. The correct equation is distance over time. 100% of you got that correct. Good job, you guys, okay? Then we have number 11. Substituting, again, to get full credit, you need to have the units in there, and the final answer is 15 meters per second. Notice you could have it situated like this or like this. They mean the same thing, okay? Number 12, this was another calculation. This time I needed speed and distance with units. You had to have units on everything for this one here, okay? No, you should not be able to change your answers on the quiz. What you can do is see what you actually got, okay? So number 12, the given values, speed and distance. The equation, well, the unknown is time, and the equation is distance over speed. Now notice the student gave me the unknown is time, and then they gave me the units. This is not the equation. These are the units, so they did not get full credit, okay, for this one here. When we substitute in, we're gonna make sure we have the correct units in here. Everything has units. And then the correct time. Ooh, this one, I missed it. I should have gave you half credit. Whoever this is your lucky day. It should have been 8.3 seconds to get full credit. This is incorrect units. I should have took off half a point, okay? So notice they had the right setup. Everything's in here, but then the units were incorrect. So it should have been half credit here, okay? Questions so far? Am I going too fast? I see head shaking now. Okay, good. Last but not least, our extra credit. The units for acceleration are meters per second squared. I had a variety of different ways to do it, right? And so that gave you 1 point extra credit. Questions for me? All right. If you found a problem where I should have gave you credit, but I didn't, again, I'm a human being, go ahead and email me that. Okay. Oh, sorry, Armand. It closed at 2 p.m. You're right. And Go Formative cuts you off. Okay. We are going to take this quiz during class on Thursday. And once class is over, it's going to kick you out. So it's not a take your time, go get lunch type of quiz. It's a sit down and get it done. Okay. Yep. Sorry. Questions for me? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. No? Okay. We are going to take, no, we're not. Just kidding. I want us now, we're going to transition into our, let me try to fix this, our Gizmo. So if you did not, I'm going to skip. Are you guys okay? I'm just going to scroll through here. This is all review that you guys should already know. People are wondering, well, what should I study? Well, all these slides that I go through every single time, I was going to put the full grocery cart here. So pretend it's there. I didn't get to it yet. All of this stuff is going to be final exam. Okay. We're going to hold off on our break for a moment. And I want you to sign on to Gizmos. Okay. Let me put the copy. I'm going to put the everyone. Here is the link. Boom. Okay. If I look at Gizmos itself, if you did not create an account, this is your code. And in fact, I have the instructions right here as well. So when you go to the actual website, you're going to click on the little person on the top right-hand corner. That's the enroll in a class button, is the little person silhouette. Okay. Your code is P7B5CH. Okay. Let me put this over here actually. And let me move this over here. Does it work? So, okay. Okay. Because what I want to do on my end is look at my classes. I can see how many people have enrolled. So science period 3, I have 26 of you have registered. I have 30 in the class. So I need 4 more of you to go ahead and create an account. Okay. We are going to use the following Gizmo. It's called Crumple Zones for your review of Newton's 3 laws of motion. Okay, so today we are going to review Newton's laws. Let me check on period 3 again. Oops, I did it twice. Okay. Oh, well, okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take our break. When we get back, you should have a Gizmo account. So you need to have it open to the actual Gizmo that we're going to use, which is called Crumple Zones. Okay. When you get to that activity, we're going to hit this launch button, and then we're going to see the actual part there. Okay, so go ahead. We have 3 minutes. Get a snack, get some fresh air, whatever you need to do, and let's take our break. Okay, so now if we're looking at this Gizmo crumple zone, and in fact, it looks like some of you are already playing with it, which is fine. I do want to point out a few things. On Google Classroom, I've already assigned the actual assignment. You each have your own copy, and you're going to submit your own classwork. You're working as a team, though, to work through the Gizmo and come up with the ideas and the answers together, and then you each individually fill out your own assignment sheet, okay? We're gonna have 3 roles that we can actually play here. We have the project manager, and the project manager is gonna be the one who reads the instructions and makes sure the team is actually following the steps. The engineer is going to be the one who makes the adjustments here and tries out different conditions for the engineering part. Quality control, you're going to check the engineer, so you guys are working closely together here, and you're going to make any recommendations to improve the system. You're all recording your own data and observations. Now, if you're in a team of 2, then whoever the project manager is, you're also going to be quality control. Okay, so you're going to be both things. I'm noticing some of you are saying that it is hard to load, you're having trouble signing up. Just let's hold off for a second, okay? Just watch me over here on my screen so you don't miss anything. So there's a little warm up, a little preview of what we're going to be doing. And then they give you instructions on how to design this situation. So when you go to Gizmo, you're going to end up hitting launch. Okay. And it has this simulation system here. And there's going to be instructions for you to set these different parameters at different values. So you're going to work through here. So seatbelt, airbag, etc. Then when everything's set the way it needs to be set, you're going to go to the crash test. Okay, so up here are all the tabs you're going to need. And your directions tell you very clearly what you need to click. So this is why the project manager is very important, because some of you think it's okay just to skim. It's not. You have to read the directions. Okay. Once you're ready to go, you hit the little play sign. And we have our little simulation here. Okay. Then you will actually answer the questions. I want to show you the table though, because a lot of the questions have to do with this table. Now, the units, take a look at the units, because the units are going to be a big indicator of what you're looking at. V stands for velocity. So this is the velocity of the car. This is the velocity of the dummy. A stands for acceleration. Look at those units, acceleration. This column is the acceleration of the car, and this is the acceleration of the dummy. Now this final column over here is F. What do you think F stands for? Type it in the chat box. What do you think F stands for? Okay, and again, the units look a little weird because we haven't seen units like this. But yeah, it's force. This just means kilonewtons. That means the newton that we're usually seeing on force is just times 1,000. It's 1,000 times larger in this column here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to work with 2 other people, well, up to 2 other people, and you're going to make sure you read, stay together. Now, I notice the internet is kind of weird, and if you find it really lagging on you, it's okay to turn your video off. But you have to stay unmuted. You have to actually talk to each other. I'm going to be going from room to room to room, and when I go from room to room, I want to hear you guys talking to each other. If that means your video is off so that you have an easier time doing that, that's okay. But you're talking, so we know that you're still there and you're still engaged. Okay. Any questions before I break you up into your rooms? So, if you're having issues signing up for your account, then don't go into your breakout room. Stay in the main room and I'll help you sign on to your Gizmo, okay? Let me stop sharing. And I'm gonna set up the breakout rooms. This whole thing is going to be, let me stop recording actually too. Where did that go?